Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're brand new, welcome. I'm super glad to have you here. Today's video is going to be an unboxing, and some of you are expecting this because I have talked about it in I think 2 different videos. One on my pink bags because it is a pink bag, and I will be curious if this changes your mind if you voted in that video. And then also in my luxury wish list video because it is a luxury item that was on my wish list, and so I'm super excited to have it. So I bought this bag from Tradesy, so I will unbox it, show it to you, and then also talk about the Tradesy buying process. And I may even insert some modeling shots if I can get some. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is the box from the back. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty, so I'm trying to not really hold it against me too much, but that's not Tradesy's fault. That's obviously USPS. So it comes in one of these bags that just opens nicely, which is convenient. When you sell something to Tradesy, you can ask for a Tradesy kit, which costs a little bit more money for your buyer, but you get one of these nice bags and then a Tradesy box, so I'm assuming that is what this is in. Okay. Yes, so Tradesy box. Woohoo. All right, nice box, opens that way. And then tissue paper. So I wanted to quickly say that this is actually the second time I'm unboxing this. I did buy this directly from a seller on Tradesy, so she happened to have already had it authenticated through Authenticate First and included that certificate, but Tradesy does offer for you to get something authenticated through them. You have to receive the item and then open up a return saying you're unsure about authenticity in order to send it to them. I'll explain that a little bit later in the process, but I have seen this bag before. This is just coming directly from Tradesy after they said it was authentic. So this is their unboxing, which is gonna look different than when I just got it from a seller. So opening the tissue paper. Okay, so they have put it in some tissue paper and then in bubble wrap. Can you see what it is? How exciting. Okay, opening up the bubble wrap. So I'm excited to have this back. I didn't actually use it. I just kind of sent it away right away to get it authenticated, and so super excited to have it. But it is the Louis Vuitton Alma BB in the rose ballerine epi leather, which is exactly the bag that I was looking for. If you've been with my channel for a long time, I have tried on this bag at least once on this channel in the city, but I have really liked it for a few years, so I'm super excited to have it in my collection. I think I'm gonna take off the clochette. So Grace in her handbag just got the Alma BB in the Damier Ebene print. She took this off. I think that's smart because it just doesn't really lay on there well, and it's just kind of annoying. So I may take off the lock like she did as well. But it has the Louis Vuitton in the corner. And then the person I originally bought it from was a seller called Vintage Luxe, which is an NYC fashion revival. And it's one of the most reputable resale consignments in the US. Our company operates the Tradesy Closet Vintage Luxe, which has been among top 5 pro sellers on Tradesy. We guarantee authenticity with full money back assistance. So I was already feeling pretty confident, but again, getting it double checked by Tradesy was a nice feature. So it also has the lock. And then if I open it up, my strap should be in there, as I sent it to them in there. Yep. So here is the long strap, and then the interior. So the interior has a few small scratch marks, but otherwise it is in great condition. It has this slip pocket right here, and then that's pretty much it. But I am really excited about it. So I think I will take off the tags now and the clochette and the key. The only real wear on it, because it's in really good shape, there's a couple very minor scratches along the bottom and really hardly any wear on the actual base and on the feet. But the only thing that I have noticed is that there's a little bit of discoloration right here. It's very light. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up or not. That's really the only wear, and I may try to clean it. I wanted to make sure that it was real before I messed with it, of course, and so you know, I may go ahead and try to clean that. And they said there was a little bit of wear on the handles, but it's very, very minimal if there is anything. So I did spend a good amount on this bag. It is one of the pricier bags in my collection, but I knew that it was a really good deal for this bag and I've been looking for it for so long. Plus I had some Tradesy money, so I have sold many things on Tradesy and I never actually put that into my bank account. I just use it for larger purchases on Tradesy. So that is always a really nice thing to do, I guess. And so I had the money for it. It was a really good deal and I've been wanting it for a long time, so I'm super excited to have it in my collection. So here is an unboxing of this beautiful beauty right here, and I'm loving it. I'm super excited about it. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about my Tradesy experience. So I have been buying and selling on Tradesy for a while, and I may do a video comparing it with Poshmark and eBay, and maybe even The RealReal, though that might be a different video. I'll sort of see how I want to do all of that, but if you have specific questions you'd like me to address in those videos, or if there are certain sites you'd like me to compare, maybe do some sites on their own video, just let me know about that. But basically, so I looked through Tradesy for a long time. I have a saved search and I check it every day. So I've been looking for this bag for a long time. I finally found it in the color that I wanted, and Tradesy was having a sale. So I waited until Tradesy had the sale. And basically the sale meant at no cost to the seller, Tradesy had a coupon discount for a certain number of dollars off, depending on how much you spent. So it was something like $25 off $250, $50 off $100, $100 off $1,000, that sort of thing. It was that sort of thing. And so I was able to get this with a good chunk discounted on it, which was really, really nice. And I was also able to do that at no cost to the seller. So the seller was pleased. This bag was actually already on sale in their closet. As a seller, you can mark if you're okay with Tradesy discounting your items during their sales. And so they can be discounted 5%, 10%, 15%. Those happen frequently throughout, but getting that Tradesy coupon on top of it was another extra step. So the 5, 10, 15% is something that the seller loses when they go to sell it. This was already on, I think 10, maybe even 15% off. Plus then, because Tradesy was running that sort of one-day coupon sale, I got an extra big chunk off of that. So I really got this for significantly less than the seller was planning on originally selling it for, but they still got a good deal because they didn't lose that chunk of money. Tradesy took that hit. So the bag got to me after a couple days. I looked it over. It looks exactly the same as it does now. All was good, but I wanted to take advantage of Tradesy's return policy, which, as I said before, you just open up a claim that you're not sure if the item is authentic. Tradesy provides you a free shipping label to send it to them so that they can authenticate it in person. They go through a ton of different steps, and then if they determine it's authentic, then they send it back to you, or they give you site credit for it. So you can return an item for any reason on Tradesy and get site credit for it as long as that item costs more than $50. But in this case, for authenticity, if it had turned out to not be authentic, Tradesy would have taken the money away from the seller, whereas if I just returned it because I didn't like it, then I would get site credit and Tradesy would resell that item. Tradesy does that all the time, which is a really wonderful thing. They have a beautiful closet of luxury goods that they are willing to resell, which is really, really nice. And so basically what happened was it did turn out to be authentic. So they gave me the site credit, but then said, you can also request for us to send it back, which I've done this before, so I knew that's what was gonna happen. I requested to have it sent back to me, and then I lost that site credit that they had just refunded me. So here I am with my new bag. The whole process did take a while. Now, I will say that some of that is USPS's fault. The first time it came to me, it was actually marked as like an alert. I didn't ever update that it had been delivered, even though I'd signed for it. And so I couldn't request the return from Tradesy for a few days until that got settled, because on their end it didn't say it had been delivered, and you have up to 4 days after it's delivered to request a return. So I was already a little bit behind the game in terms of timing with that. But then I sent it to them. They get up to a week, which I think is about, I don't think they took quite that long, maybe 4 days to authenticate it after it gets sent to them, and then they send it back to me. So that whole process did take about 3 weeks, again with maybe a week of error based on USPS, and then me actually getting back to the post office to send it back to them. So of course that process is longer than other places. With Poshmark, if it's over $500, you just send it straight to the Poshmark headquarters, or the seller sends it straight to the Poshmark headquarters. They check it out before they send it to you. So that process usually takes a week and a half. So this was significantly longer than that. And then of course, if you buy from places like Fashionphile, The RealReal, it's been authenticated before it's even listed, so they just send it to you right away. So it only takes a couple days. So obviously the timing takes a little bit longer, but because I had the Tradesy money, because I trust the site and I was excited, and because I found it for such a good deal on there, I was super happy to buy it through Tradesy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that that answered any questions you might have and you got to see a reveal of my new bag. I will use it for a while before I put up any kind of review, but there are so many reviews out there, I don't know that that will be necessary. If this did change your mind on the pink bags that I should keep in my collection, please do comment down below with that, or with any questions you have, or just to say hi. So again, thank you for watching. Hope that that gave you some information about Tradesy, that you can find something beautiful there as well. And I do have a coupon code listed down, or a promo code listed down in my description box, along with a bunch of other referral codes that gets you $20 off your first $50 purchase. Hopefully that will encourage you to find something that you love on Tradesy as well. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!